What's going on, DPL? My name is the Shoveler, and with me tonight I got Zombie Bacon, and we are absolutely hyped for this regulation match. We got Rats versus SPG Zombie. What are you looking forward to?
Now, this is going to be really interesting because, as we know, Gnomes knocked out Momentum last night. So now Gnomes is a upper league DPL team, and I'm sure everyone's watched. But Momentum has recently disbanded, and now Voxel and Macius are two free agents looking for new teams. Now, that's great. We know that that's been done. However, let's look at this game. Now we have SPG versus Rats. Now, what's particularly exciting about this game is the fact that both of these teams are season one DPL teams. So we're getting a real throwback here with this match. Now, members have changed, things have happened. Now, I'm really looking forward to this Rats lineup. We have Sick Gamer, who is our resident, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a streamer, but he has the VR model. So Sick Gamer, we have Reviv, who's going to be great. Keto the Vulture is doing a show match on the 27th, and a great all around guy,
Oh yeah.
as well as Hutch, and then Shriekle. I think Shriekle's going to be the one to watch out for on Rats. Now, of course, we also have SPG fielding their superstar lineup with six sided Tybor, Deus, Sleep, and Birdie. We're seeing a lot of really strong players come out from SPG as well. I'm expecting this game to be close, but ultimately, I think SPG is going to take it, but it's going to be a lot closer than many people are thinking. Shoveler, what are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting some top performance here. I mean, Rats has just blown through rivals. I mean, they have just been putting on a great performance all year. SPG is great too. I mean, they got Tybor, Sleep, Birdie, Six Sided, Deus Ex. I mean, they are just cracked out of their minds. They are a great team. This is going to be a good one for sure.
Absolutely, and I think both teams are loading in soon. But I cannot impress upon the audience enough that Rats is looking very good. But also the historical context of this match, with both teams being season one DPL teams, should be very exciting. Now, as we get into the game here, we're looking at Killdome first, which will be very, very exciting. Now, Bishop Saga is our first Killdome mat, and now this is one we've seen quite a bit. We're gonna have observation with the castle button sitting right here to open up that door. Now, one thing we have seen that Rats has actually drawn out here, a very popular plan is just to go Green Door Beach as well, and then just blow through castle into that. Now, something I do want to point out to everyone watching the game is actually there's a very, very cheeky head peak spot all the way onto that castle from basically if you stand way back on the outside of boat here, you can actually get a cheeky angle on that window, and that is going to be dangerous. Now, SPG looking like they're debating on what doing. They are looking at that beach take as well, and of course, six sided Sniper Mania pointing out that window as well. Rats preparing for really the only two feasible takes here. Not only that beach, but also preparing for that observation take with barbed wires through this pinch as well as the main door into observation from beach, really wanting to protect themselves. Now, they have a last resort barb in pit to help protect them from the possibility that they lose observation and then subsequently lose pit from this long angle fight. Now, Rats really looking to hold Castle, keeping it the stronghold that it is as well. And I am excited as SPG goes in the attack round. We're seeing six sided on the Saber. Will they be able to do it?
Absolutely. And now they have stepped out of the truck. SPG on attack with Rats on the defense. They have locked down barbed up observation, but SPG is taking beach. They are getting hammered now from the top of Castle with some long shots from Shriekle. And now they have pushed in. Smoke's going out there, making their way up the beach, but they're going to have to watch out for these battlements on Castle as now they slowly approach here. Now we see SPG moving their way into base. They need to get into castle for the bomb, so they're looking to either drop that drawbridge or make the way all the way through pit here. But it looks like they have possibly set up a wall charge here to blow it open. And now they're into castle. Shots are going out.
Oh,
Molly to block it to go down on SPG. This push is not looking amazing. Now it's all down to we got Deus Ex and Tybor now with six sided in the back, trying to make some pretty good shots here. But six does take out Shriekle up on that battlements with that saber. Now
a
they need to
deep
make
flash from six.
a deep flash. And now they pushed in here. People are dropping now on Rats as we see. people drop like crazy. Reviv trying to come in, make a play. Oh, now it's suddenly all down to DSX six-sided, and Hutch is all alone on Rats. Bomb pressure. Hutch is sprinting. A marathon man trying to make his way through, but now he's got to get through that barbed wire to get some shots on, and it's not going to be enough as SPG secures the first round on Killdome.
Yeah, so actually they don't need a wall charge for that door. You can do that with a door charge, which is what SPG did. Birdie writing out clutch sided for six as well. Six really bringing that game back for SPG there. After losing two members off the back, making it a 5v3 and six sided, finding the kills where he needs to find them, and ultimately
Absolutely.
winning that round for his team.
I believe he went up on a 2K.
I think so, a 2 or a 3, but I mean, also that it really came down to that singular flash that Six was able to lob all the way from beach into castle there. As we saw, basically SPG did not use very much utility going in there, and I think that's really what lost Sleep and Birdie on that initial push. And then that prevented Deus and Tybor from really doing anything. They had no flashes, and that flash from Sleep across the map was really what made it for them. Now, Chrome Shaka here is our kill house with Vault. This is a really interesting thing we're actually beginning to see in reception now. More and more of these little sort of waiting areas, particularly this in the southwest corner with the fake walls and also a look through window as well as just sort of a ratty corner that people can play behind. Now, also with this sort of kitchenette area here, we do see one entry. Normally, we do see two. So, however, this could be very dangerous having a member of Rats hide back there, ratting behind this bulletproof cover of the target and really staying hidden from SPG if they don't clear. It looks like SPG is wanting to go for a green take here and just do it super nice and easy. Again, vaults normally on Kill House we see when they swing open, they tend to cut off an area of the map. That is not the case here, and I think mostly that is because we see the button is all the way back here in club, and man, is that an uphill battle. I mean, look at that shoveler. You're having to go through one of these two green doors, and you have so much safe space back here on that stage as well as this bar to just hold those positions from.
Yeah, this attack is gonna be a bit of a rough one here because they need to be pretty crucial with their utility here. That I know they've already used two smokes and a flash from from the last round, so I think they only have like two smokes left. Correct me if I'm wrong. So
Yeah,
they need to
two
be pretty,
smokes.
yeah, they need to be pretty precise here with their utility. Now, they have brought a clacker.
They're bringing the wall charge out. The
Bring
plan
the
they've
wall
drawn
charge.
is to go through Locker's office and then wall charge into button and then immediately probably either fall back through office or push over that ramp in the hallway. And
Looks like
man, I Hutch hiding in that spot is going to be dangerous for SPG if they don't clear it.
absolutely. They need to be. I would take it slow on this map. Even though it's a big one and you got a lot of rooms to clear, they need to take it slow here and be methodical. Six-sided peeking it, but doesn't find Hutch. Hutch is able to remain alive. Oh, a shot goes out. They know he's there. Oh, he takes out through the kitchenette peek, takes out Deus Ex, and then Birdie up with the refrag to take out Hutch. Ooh, that's a interesting opener here as now we have balanced out here.
Man, Deus is not happy. Having that corner be called clear and then getting shotgunned from that far away is unfortunate.
Absolutely. But now we see SPG making their way in through office here. The rest of the rats have holed up back in club here, waiting for this big push here. They have marked up that wall charge here, so they are expecting it. And now shots are being, and now more shots are being poured out from Kino with that knack. Now we're just waiting for SPG to make a move here as rats continue to pour more lead into office. There goes the wall charge as they rush in here into office and club. And now there's more shots going out. Birdie and Sleep go down. Reviv goes down. And now it's just down to Kino, who is just laying down
Ooh.
damage. It's Strickle with a 2K at the very end there. Ooh, what a good hold there from Rats. I mean, that club is just rough to take. I mean, there's so many spots you have to check.
Yeah, very rough shake. Not only going through the molly that was thrown, but also take notice, Birdie and Sleep basically lining up for Sick Gamer there, who I believe got a 2K just lasering them through that smoke. Very, very unfortunate for SPG there. Also, Clacker going out, six sided saying that map is huge, which is absolutely true. That is a massive kill house map.
It is massive, and man, that's such a tough one to take for an attacker. But I believe they had a good plan. It's just with Rats preparing so well for it, they took two knacks there, and they just laid in fire as soon as they made a push. It was just not enough for SPG to like even get through.
Yeah, and I saw also Hutch's play there really made that round for Rats. Not only being able to get that opening kill on Deus, but also being able to spot out that wall charge and being like, okay, this is where they're what they're doing now. Let's set up for this. As we saw a lot of the members of Rats pushing into that backstage then and holding those angles a lot longer than they may have been doing previously. Now, Rats here do possibly have a clacker, so they could attempt to counter clack some of these either the fan or the red door there as well. It looks like Tybor very cautious of fan just because of the angles, and Birdie wanting to maybe go through the southern red door as well. Now, that's all good and fun, but Toxic is where it's at right now. We've seen a lot of verticality introduced with these stairs and upper walkways around larger bits of silos in Toxic. And it just makes the map a lot more fun. You're really you're taking the verticality of highway here and introducing it into a different part of the map where normally it would not be, and it just really adds a depth of feeling and excitement to the map overall, as well with this office bomb that can be very scary to take because you can hold that very easily as a defender if you keep shelving because it diffuses this way, and especially with the knack now having such high pen, we've seen a lot of teams begin to hold it from the outside and spray through, which has varying degrees of effectiveness, just because of not only damage fall off from the penetration, but also the knack takes a long time to reload, and if you're starting that bomb, you can essentially do it and defuse the bomb before they reload. SPG possibly looking for a power play here, which will be unfortunate, but Kino the Vulture and Sick Gamer ready for that red door, and Kino has that nade or barb in hand as they hear him go red door.
Yeah, and as Rats have just hold down conveyors, we got Sick Gamer and Kino there, and SPG has lined up, ready to make this push. They do have a smoke marked out to be thrown. They haven't thrown it yet, though. There goes the Molotov and the nade. Oh, bit of damage there. Catches SPG a little off guard. That nade is so big, so powerful. Can hit you from a pretty decent range. Not kill worthy, but a lot of damage now as SPG is taking huge hits now. One member very, very low. Now they need to push in here. Kino laying down more shots. This is looking kind of rough here for SPGs. They need to make a move here, but they're being held at bay by the Rats, just holding a ton. Ooh, a bit of a missed flash there as now they push in here. People are going down. Shots are going crazy. Sleep is taken down. So is Tybor. Kino and Sick claiming those frags. As more shots are getting down, Conveyors is locked down as Rats moved
Sick
back to
Gamer's
get
going
the
for the run up.
range. And here comes the push from Sick Gamer, taking out Six Sided. Oh, Six Sided wins that fight! And now it's all down to Six Sided with that Saber. Pretty good shot with it. Oh, but just gets pushed on two sides and is not enough.
Man, that's unfortunate for SPG there, and that just speaks to Rat's strength right now. If you saw all of them collapse on that door once they knew they were going that way, we saw so many rotations come out to put up such a perfect defense. We saw them holding it from here and then falling back together, holding from a three-prong position as well with Shriek on that mop in office was just missed the initial shot. I think he landed one later on, but man, that was just too rough for SPG, not able to execute on that door fast enough because of Rats set up on that door, particularly with Kino and that nade, because fragmentation on nades are just nasty in this game.
Yeah, they just took way too much damage at the very beginning, and when they made their push, they just got picked off pretty easily. You only need to get a couple body shots after you've taken that much damage to really take them down. You don't even have to get those crucial headshots.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really what did it there. Now, back to Bishop Saga, the Kill Dome map for this. Now, Kill Dome has been such an exciting tile set, and has really been shining in competitive play, in my opinion. Just breaking up that economy. I talked about this a little bit before, but now SPG felt more comfortable devoting that wall charge that they used on Kill House there because they knew, okay, they looked at it, they saw, okay, it's a kill dome, pardon me, Kill House, and then Factory. We probably can use the wall charge on second map just fine. Now, going from this Bishop Saga, I'm expecting Rats to do something interesting here. just because they always do. Now, talk about what SPG did on their attack here. They did door charge through this hole, which they can do. Now, I hope the audience knows at home that actually these castle walls are one of the few things on Kildome that are actually wall chargeable, as well as observation, and these walls in pit are wall chargeable. Now, we ran into that in the BTG versus Fierce semifinals match, I believe, where you cannot wall charge ruin. But if you do wall charge into castle, an entire hole will be blown through this block, so you can't actually do that, which makes this a lot easier if you want to devote that here. Rat's going for a pretty standard play. It looks like possibly taking observation as well as beach, calling out smokes, maybe actually faking out that beach to make their observation play that much stronger.
Yeah, SPG not opting to use a whole lot of barb here, as we see Rats have marked up a push onto beach, but they are lining up on that observation push as well. Could be a 3-2 split here. As we see, observation gets blown. Rats is now retreating though. Hutch taking a little bit of damage from that molly, but able to move through. Reviv and Treacle now moving into beach. As now we see the drawbridge goes down. This is Rats is now, or SPG is now needs to make a big play here. Looks like Rats has gotten a little bit of the better of them with this push here. Still no one has gone down, but Rats has taken a bit of damage on 2 members. Now I need to see the big plays here as play is now getting settled down. Birdie has moved into Observation Sleep with the backup there. They're pushing on Kino and Sick Gamer. Birdie goes down to Sick Gamer. And Deus Ex actually gets knocked down by Shriko way in the back with that Saber. Tons of damage now onto Sleep. Sleep goes down from Hutch with a very clean shot there. Tybor and Six-Sided left, but Tybor does pick up a needed frag there as on that castle entrance, but she gets caught out by Shriekle with that saber. Now it's all down to Six-Sided with the Legros. It's gonna be a tough hold here for them, but as you see Sick and Kino making their push onto Six gets Sick. Can he make the clutch here? All he has in his power is a Legros and a Barb right now. Kino and Treacle are just pushing in slowly here to catch Six off guard. There goes more shots exchanged. There, oh, Six gets Kino there. Now it's a 1v1 suddenly, but Six is dwindling on health. A body shot from that Saber would take him down. And now bomb pressure here from Shriekle as Six-Side is trying to line up maybe a wallbang, a shot here. It's gonna be tough. They need to make a play here. 5 seconds, 4, 3. Oh, and the defuse does go off. Wow, way to be for Shriekle there to make good use of that bomb pressure and just get the easy defuse. Wow, but Six at the very end though, almost clutching it. That was amazing.
Yeah, as well. I think also Shrieko making a great use of that health advantage, being full health there, knowing that, okay, I can really push this. Six trying to play that as well as he could, but unable to find that frag, getting some damage. If Shrieko was any lower, that would have been probably an entirely different round. But man, so Shrieko saying he went down to like 20 HP there in the chat. That is unfortunate for Six, almost clutching up that 1v4. And man, that's goes back to what Birdie said, clutch sided for Six.
Clutch sided, absolutely. That was an amazing play and almost pulled out the win there, but unfortunately for SPG was not able to. Rats now going up 2 rounds to 1
Yeah,
as we
this
move
is
on to Chrome Shaka.
yeah, this is precarious for SPG right now, particularly. Six is doing so much heavy lifting. It's kind of like his back has got to be hurting right now. That is just unfortunate for
Absolutely.
SPG. Like I hope he's wearing his lifting belt. But interesting call from Tybor here, and actually a really smart one, I believe, calling to barb out both of these hallways, really expecting a wall charge in like they did, although I don't think that's what Rat's going to do. But they are using a really good use of this ramp, I believe, keeping a member on top of it to watch that and then have that person fall back to where they can essentially use this bit of brick cover to their advantage, playing on it either side that they need to. However, Rats looking like they're going to avoid that, possibly wanting to go through kitchen and then take up that scary, scary fight through club that so far seems pretty open given the fact that SPG is electing not to barb club at all. So far from SPG's drawings, I'm expecting them to kind of hold this upper side of the map, really playing off the button, and preferring to either possibly do a retake from office, but as well as holding it from a bit of a longer angle. Now, we do see some interesting weapon choices come out from SPG here, and I hope it works out for them. We're seeing an Ingmar on Deus as well. Of course, Tybor bringing that knack. The Ingmar here is really going to be really define why what they're expecting here from Rats, because they're expecting to take this fight long and not expecting this close push for Deus, which could be unfortunate.
Oh boy, as now they're making a big connection. Sleep is able to evade, but taking massive damage. Interesting that he managed to peek that up there with so many members up there. Sleep trying to get a couple more shots out there. Gonna get a bit of damage actually onto Rats. Pretty good amount. As now Rats is pushing heavy into Kitchen there. Circle trying to catch Sleep, but he's moved on. And now they've opened up that extra red door out there. Six-sided and Deus Ex waiting for Hutch and Riva to make this play here. As now the rest of Rats have lined up in
Oh,
Kitchen. Oh, a big nade takes out Six-sided. As a Molly goes out to slow down this push. Ooh, Rats has gotta be loving that. Getting a nice crucial frag from that grenade. Ooh, actually Kino's able to open that door. And now Flash goes out, but the rest of SPG has moved back into club there. Time is now dwindling as we're going under a minute here. You have to get all the way to the vault to defuse this bomb. Now shots are going out. Deus Ex goes down in the back. Sleep and Tibor go down as well. Birdie trying to make a big play here is the only one left. As now it's Shriko, Reviv, and Hutch. The vault is now open.
ooh,
Birdie trying to catch Hutch off guard, but Hutch is
sat
aware
down.
and smacks down Birdie. Ooh,
Really,
man, I am
oh,
slowly becoming a fan of Rats here. They are ballsy and they are taking these big, huge wins here.
man, Rats, Sick Gamer really doing a lot of the work right now with the 2K there, along with Reviv with another 2K. Just, man. Now, SPG really not ready for that, and then that was just unfortunate from Six-Sided. Going down to that utility nade, designed to clear that barb as well. I mean, just unfortunate. No barbs here across club to really prevent that push and buy SPG some more time that they needed, as well as Sleep and Tybor having to funnel out through here just because of how effective Rat's flash placement was on that push as well. And then Hutch having to trust his team to take that button already down and through reception, going up into the vault, and then Birdie getting shotgunned by Hutch at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like SPG needs to do a little bit more warming up as Rats is playing like a DPL level team here. I mean, they are just putting forth a good performance in these early rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Rats looking very strong. I mean, 1-4. That is not something to be happy about if you're SPG. But if you're Rats, I'm sure these guys are having the time of their life, and they are having such a great game here. Now, because they ecoed there, they have a door charge and a wall charge at their disposal, and I am not going to be surprised. Absolutely, they're drawing that out on the map. They're wanting to wall charge directly onto site. Now, SPG is ready for that, but will they be able to counter that is the question. So far, their defense plans have just not been working out for them. Calling for a barb on that green door as well, and Tybor taking a little more of an abstract approach to drawing barbs there on Toxic. A little bit of impressionistic, don't you think?
Yeah, this is gonna be they've got a very strong push lined up here. I mean, SPG's got a couple barbs there on Toxic and Office. Um, yeah, but that wall charge is something they are prepared for, but is going to be a big play here as they get you right there onto bomb. I'm
Mm.
interested to see what kind of placement SPG is going to have their defenders at because they need to be a little dynamic on this one.
Yeah, what I'm expecting is probably the strongest position will be here from stairs, holding this angle through as well as preventing a lot of that bomb defuse. Hopefully with an Ingmar if SPG has it, as well as what I'm kind of expecting so far is to have one member of Rats keep a Saber up here in office, really clearing out and protecting a lot of these positions that they won't otherwise be able to affect until they are in office. Now, we do see Tybor with the auto shotty in office there, six-sided on the mop, which is certainly a scary thing. But Rats going past that green door now where Sleep is waiting.
Yeah, and Shriekel's been so devastating on that Saber now. Oh, shots are going out. Sleep is able to evade them mostly, and more shots are going out. Fan is opened up for Shriekel, but backs off here. Six-Sided has that locked down with that mop. Sleep is backing off from this toxic push here as the rest of Rats have lined up there. There goes the flash, and now they're pushing in past that barbed wire, not going to deal with it as the defenders retreat. Sleep trying to get a couple shots there, doesn't find anybody. Tybor on a rotation, but moves back into office now as the wall charge is now placed and they're getting ready for it. Tybor's ready to unleash that auto shotty. There it goes. Here comes the big push. Tybor repositioning as now more shots are pouring into office. Tybor goes down, unable to get that auto shotty effectively. Ooh, Six-Sided picks off Shriekle from a long shot. Birdie gets taken down as well. And now it's down to Six-Sided and Deus Ex to have taken and locked down Doc. And now it's up to Kino and Reviv. Kino on that office, ready to put down a lot of damage. Six-Sided and Deus Ex, both long-range weapons here. They can make the difference here. Rats needs to be very careful with their placement. They don't have any utility left, and that office bomb is easy to pick off once you know where it is. Kino doing a little bit of bomb pressure there. Six-Sided trying to get a peek on that shelving high ground. Oh, and now we see the bomb getting diffused right now. Deus Ex trying to line up a shot. A couple shots go out. Time is dwindling now. 25 seconds left on the clock. They're
Molly's a little
trying to
too
fire
deep.
it in. That Molly unfortunately not landing on the bomb to prevent that defuse. Deus Ex trying to get a shot on it, but Kino takes him down. Oh, Six-Sided with a big kill on the Kino. Reviv able to pick up the frag as Six-Sided is frantically trying to reload or switch to the pistol, but unable to get away from Reviv, who was just a cracked shot there.
Man, very unfortunate for SPG. Three kills coming out for six, and unfortunately not a fourth. But I will say, big props to Tybor there, mastering the art of the breach barb from Flogels that we first saw bring that out. Now, placing that barbed wire there in the breach hole was actually very big, but unfortunately ended up costing Tybor his life and was not able to swing and do much, if any, damage with that auto shotty, which was just unfortunate. Now, SPG not happy. Rats on top of the world right now, sitting 5-1 over SPG and looking to end it with the remaining attack rounds, wanting to make this a swift and crushing victory for them. Now, we are seeing C-Store Dome Kill House. That will affect how Rats approach this a little bit. I am I am hopeful, but the SPG is going to have to do a lot of work for for a sweep here.
Yeah, they need to put in a lot of work. And now remember these regulation matches are best of 3. So Rats could take up a big first win here, but they will still have to battle through and get another win where SPG could get a tie and then win the third game or take the next game and win on the third. So we still have a ton of due process left to watch here. So don't count it too early here. As we
Okay,
see,
Traveler, I'm sorry. I'm very confused at the writing on the map. So we have hashtag beans, and then
yes.
that I thought that said free seven, but no, Shriekel's getting rid of it now. Very unfortunate. I was listening to what you were saying, and I was just like, is this man writing out hashtag beans really?
Hashtag beans.
Hashtag beans. What more can you say, really?
I know.
Now Dream Eater is our C star here, and this C star is hopefully going to be much more defender sided as we see the new subtile set of fridges there going into storefront to help give defenders a little bit of room. And of course, SPG kind of calling out the wrong plan here, expecting that storefront push, barbing for it as well. But Rats going through that green door and taking servers. Oh, pardon me, going through office and taking freezer. I'm so sorry. I am just stunned at how well Rats is playing here that I am on a different map entirely in my head.
Yeah, well, freezer and office, storage. I often call storage servers a lot just because of the word links look like server and storage at the same time to me.
I
But
think it was the mechanisms in arcade threw me off because I'm just looking at that DDR machine that looks so
oh,
free.
dude, you've got DDR tunnel vision. As we see, oh, Sleep is able to be a creeper shot, takes out 2. Oh, Vakino's able to take down Sleep. Oh,
Oh,
actually, Kino got the frag in there. Oh no, Rats with a bit of a fluke here on this entrance now. It's just down to 2 members left. Ooh, Kino actually took down Reviv, unfortunately, with a shot trying to take down Sleep. Oh man, they are now reeling from this.
and Dayu sitting still with pretty good health pool after that hero run-in. Kino taking the nade, trying to ensure that SPG does not get that nade.
Absolutely. Sleep doing a lot more work than I think they bargained for.
Dropping
Now,
that nade outside.
yeah. Now I see Shriekle and Kino trying to make their way into here. Ooh, cut off by a Molly now. That's unfortunate for them. But now I see Birdie and Tybor have lined up and know where Shriekle is. There goes another Molly. Now they're trapped here in office in arcade for the time being. 45 seconds left to go. Deus Ex looking to make a shot here. He gets flashed though. Unable to make a shot and goes down to Kino. Another flash in here. Six-sided lighting up with the knack. Doing a bit of damage. Uh-oh. Suddenly, Rats are playing and taking down people left and right here. Birdie on the retreat now as it clocks Shriekle and Kino rushing in. Birdie goes down. Oh my goodness! Taking down Tibor as well. Oh my goodness. I did not see that coming.
And Kino with the 5K if you count Reviv.
Good. Yeah, yeah, if we count Reviv. Oh man.
Yeah, Kino there doing so much work for Rats. I mean, honestly amazing. Treacle running out, grabbing that nade that they dropped outside, but wow. I just
Yikes. SPG cannot be happy about that. I mean, what happened? Were they just really good use of utility there, able to lock down and secure those kills? I
I
wow.
think that was great use of flashes. SPG they're actually I think really being hindered by their barbs there, not able to punish any of what Rats did as well as the mollies just not landing. But man, Rats just they played together there. SPG was a little broken up, and I think really what made it is the fact that Kino and Shriekle were basically tied at the waist and never too far from each other to not punish something when they were making their pushes.
Absolutely. It looked like SPG always got caught in a 1v2 there. Unfortunately, they were really spread out when the interactions happened.
Man, well, now we're looking right now. Season one will replace season one here. Rats really wanting this DPL spot, and SPG looking a little shaky as Rats just is giving them not an inch of room to work with. Now we're back on Magnanimous Queen is going to be our kill dome. And of course, Rats looking to go for the pretty standard take of going into Castle. Castle here is such a great take, not only because of this window, but also because you have access to that button as well as observation. You take obs, you basically have every piece of utility that the map offers to you. You have access to that power and pit. Not only that, you also get the wonderful wall of screens, so you can watch TV and see basically where everyone is sitting in jungle and ruins as well. Now, SPG gonna have to be defending this very hard. They're going for a barb not only from from castle, but also on the door from castle into jungle. SPG has to make something happen here. Rats already securing the tie, looking for the stop 7-1.
Yeah, Rats are putting up an amazing performance. They are just clocking their shots, they are executing their plays, and even when it doesn't go to plan, they're able to take it and just run with it and just put up kills left and right. They're just playing at a level that DPL deserves. But they have marked that castle push here. As we see Deus Ex and Birdie are trying to lock down observation. They have barbed it up, so that is going to be a tough push here. But Birdie and Deus Ex are lining up shots. Birdie, is he going to be able to? Oh, it does get away and take down Reviv as well. Deus Ex clocking that. Birdie
Sleep,
does go down to Kino as well.
yeah, Sleep running right into a flash there. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Sleep able to pick off Sick though. There goes the Molly to slow it down, as now the attackers have somewhat gained control of observation. Sleep still wanting to contest that though. Now Hutch is backed up there. Kino able to take down Sleep. Six-sided trying to get a peek onto Kino, unable to get it, but does take a ton of damage there. Actually, Hutch with a ton of damage. Oh, gets
Oh,
by a Molly from Tybor. What a nice throw. And now the lights are down as we're bringing out Zombie's favorite Dark Dark here. A big, big, big play here. That could make all the difference here for Shriekle and Kino.
Yeah, especially with Shriekle on that saber. The mop is not the best tool to have in Dark just because of the green crosshairs.
Yeah, but we do see were able to get that drawbridge down in time before that power went out, which is smart. And now Six Sided is able to evade that shot there. Well, actually, Six Sided took that shot and Shriekle was able to evade it. But Kino has pushed in here, taking out Deus Ex. Tybor trying to make a difference here. Kino just and Shriekle with the backup there, take down Six Sided. Tybor also going down to Shriekle. Goodness, Kino with a 3K, Shriekle with a 2K. These players are cracked, Zombie.
Man, the Rats looking so strong. 7-1 SPG, not able to find a single thing in that round. Just unfortunate. Six-sided, not able to connect. Sleep trying to do the work, but unfortunately, nothing happening for him. Shriekle very low, and look at the health though. Kino the Vulture really looking like an outstanding player from Rats here today, and really just shining through with the individual skill level that he is performing at.
Absolutely. I mean, on the other hand, though, Six Sided is putting up big numbers, but they're never enough because SPG was only able to take one game. Rats just spanked them. That was just Oh my goodness, that was a bit of a slaughter, actually. Hopefully, SPG is able to go back to the locker room, talk it over, brush it off, just focus on playing quality due process here because they need to. They need to. They
Absolutely.
just need to step it up in a big way, Zombie. I mean, what do they need to talk about? What patterns did you see in those first couple rounds that really just SPG was not getting?
I think SPG is just not playing together right now. They really need to find their tempo and who they kind of need to stay attached to. We're seeing Rats do that so well. They are staying together, connected, pushing together, and more importantly, even in those clutch situations, they're not only finding the shots, which is important, but it's obviously not enough when only six sided and sleep are really making that connect for SPG. Um, I think SPG just that was a warm-up game for them, I hope. That's what it looked like. They were just struggling every step of the way, and man, was Rats just ferocious.
Yeah, they just oh my goodness. I mean, the wombo combo of Shriekle and Kino, they just pushed room to room, able to even to just the last two members, they're able to just clutch it out, playing really, really good due process. They're nailing their utility, and SPG is just caught reeling from this performance. I mean, they from that last games, they just couldn't put up with it.
I mean,
Rats was just relentless.
I just got some stats from Donut. Unfortunately, we don't have stats for Rats right now. However, I do want to shout out Six Sided going 9-7, and also it's important to note that he is the only member of SPG there to survive a round. The only one.
Wow.
So that is very telling of how that game went for SPG. He was sitting at 9-7. He was the only one finding those kills,
Yeah,
and
I
there's
think that
really no
was
other way to say it.
I think that was that one time he went clutch sided, and that was SPG. They really need to talk it over in the locker room. Really got to just just work together, like you said. Um,
Absolutely, man. I am
wow.
speechless from that performance from
Same.
Rats. That is,
Absolutely.
we talk about rivals being a competitive league all the time. We talk about rivals look so strong. Rivals is strong. Obviously, they've pushed out teams like Gnomes who, stomped momentum the other day, and now Rats is stomping SPG. Rats wants this and they are hungry for it. And man, are they playing the game well.
Yeah. Just just absolutely cracked, man. They they are going to show up next season, and I mean the rest of the DPL needs to be, watching these games, getting ready. These players are just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Gnomes was certainly a strong game to watch. I think this is the VOD reviewable game right here. Game one, SPG versus Rats. Rats
Yeah.
is just putting on a picture perfect game. And like you said, even when things go wrong, they are still finding the right thing to do and making things connect.
Yeah, 100%. They just know they play so well together, and like I said, Kino and Treacle at the very end at most rounds were able to play on a two-man crew and just sweep room to room, getting kills and winning rounds. I mean, Treacle got two 2Ks, Kino got a 3K. I mean, the numbers there don't lie. I mean, they're able to just clutch out big double frags, triple frags, just putting in an amazing amount of work.
Yeah, really. And I mean, like I said beforehand, Treacle is the man to watch on Rats right now. And I am not disappointed with calling that out. Treacle really doing so much of the work. Kino, though, Kino the Vulture, also looking incredibly strong as a player. And we've known that, but unfortunately, we haven't been able to stream many rivals matches like we really want to. And this is showing us why that's so unfortunate. We're seeing these teams who are so good only now getting streamed. And Kino really able to, and Kino and Shriekle really being able to flex those muscles. And now, of course, Sick Gamer is a streamer. Sick Gamer has a lot of fun, great guy, but man, also just doing a great job. But I cannot say enough about the way that Shriekle and Kino are playing right now. They are just sending Six Sided into the Shadow Realm to where he can't do anything. I mean, the rest of SPG is just falling apart at the seams
Yeah.
around Six, and Six doesn't have a backpack big enough to carry SPG right now. Sleep really picking it up there at the end, but Six Sided doing most of the work. And I am not happy if I'm SPG. They need a pregame pep talk right now that they didn't
Absolutely.
get for game one.
Yeah, well, let's give him one, and I know I need to recover from that performance of that game. So I think we're gonna go to a quick break here. Please don't go anywhere, and just wait to see what SPG and Rats can bring to this next game. Stick around. Welcome back. We are on to game two. We got Rats and SPG still. Rats putting us spanking on the SPG 7-1 in that first round. And we're about to go real quickly into our next game. But first, Zombie, what are you expecting from this one?
That was amazing from Rats. That was honestly such a good game from them. Shriekle and Kino doing so much work for Rats, and SPG is not able to find a foothold there. Six-sided, racking up kills, but ultimately not enough. A lot of the games really going down to can six clutch this up, which is not a position you want to be in. You want
Absolutely
to.
not.
I mean, if you're SPG, you're like, no, we're a DPL team. We're an upper league DPL team. This is cake for us, and it's just not right now. Rats is too strong. They're facing the horde of rats. It's kind of like they're kind of like low level mobs right now. Is when you put a lot of the big ones together, they're very scary, and it turns into a raid. But right now, SPG is facing the raid boss of rats, and they are not high enough level for this.
They are right now rodents of unusual size for sure.
It's just exactly, and I mean, it is just unfortunate. Now we're getting into our first map, which is Killdome. Ernest Ember. Really great Killdome map. What we see a lot of teams do here is end up going through Castle just because this sort of like weight shaped castle is so big for the control of the map. Really, we do see some newer teams wanting to go through ruins, but a singular barb that we do see SPG drawing up can really, if you find those shots, that can really ruin your day. Now, anyway, back to castle. Castle's so important because you control everything on the map from there. Not only can you make your way into observation, but also you get access to that power, and more importantly, the drawbridge button. So you are able to not only use this upper window to basically fight anyone who's standing on that side of the map just from there down, and also then you can push out into jungle here. Now, well, that's still not a fun fight. It's a lot easier than having to go in through ruins from pit or even coming out of that red door. And Rats looking at that castle and wanting to do it. And I don't know if SPG is ready after last game. I hope their pep talk worked.
I hope so too. Rats with a very quick push here on the castle. They are making waves here. Now that you get that drawbridge down, Tybor in observation, waiting for this push into here, but is backing off into pit. Now that we see the lights are back on though, they did a little bit. They need to get that drawbridge now. Lights go off again. Now we see Birdie is waiting behind with that little tiny cart there. Tybor getting in position though, ready for it. Oh, Tybor's getting, oh, is able to evade that. Oh, but gets caught up in a mess of rats though. Also bringing down Birdie. Six-sided, able to take down Sick Gamer. Deus Ex wasting reviv, but gets caught off by Kino. Six-sided getting that refrag on to Kino. Now it's just down to Hutch and Shriekle versus Sleep and Six-sided. Shriekle is cracked on that saber, able to maybe make a difference here. There goes Hutch with a deep frag, but sorry, flash, excuse me. Another flash there, and a very hard to see Molotov actually in the
In the
water there.
water. Yeah,
Yeah,
smoke on the water, I guess.
yeah, I guess so. And there goes the flare out, Clutch slowly walking up here. They need to make a big difference. Six-sided on that leg row, Sleep with a Gruber. Now they're pushing in here. Hutch making a few shots, trying to catch Sleep, but Sleep is backed off deep into ruins. Six-sided on the high ground. Striko probably looking for maybe some utility. Make a difference here. Hutch slowly creeping up.
Yeah,
Time
Shriekel's
is now
pushing out for the
dwindling.
AP.
Switching out, actually. Wow. Gonna go for a big push here. as Hutch is very low on HP and able to get picked off by six-sided easily. Strikel, all alone now, is now two-sided here and eliminated for SPG to take round one.
Absolutely. I think that's another opening 4K from Six Sided, showing how just strong he is right now. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that was a 4K from him. And but Sleep and Six, they're doing such a good crossfire, and Sleep really playing that well, backing off continuously as Rats were pushing up into him. And Six, talk about patience, just waiting it out, not going for a peek because he knew that Saber from Treacle was watching him. And then ultimately getting both of those kills to close out the round.
Yeah, six-sided just playing on a different level and able to just be patient, get his shots. Definitely an aimer, I would say.
He did he got his gamer subs and G Fuel last night. He mixed them together, and that's what we're seeing here. He
Oh,
is just
is that what we're seeing?
I think that's what we're seeing because I mean,
Oh
man
man.
is just souped up on something. Now we do see Rats waste a clacker that round, quite unfortunately, losing that round ultimately. Now we did see tentatively they were drawing out a possible wall charge play that we do see certain teams like to make in the freezer here. Now, I'm assuming that that is not going to be happening. We're going to see a eco push through the green door storefront, most likely through tellers to bathrooms, to avoid a lot of these really sort of close corners that you will be having to take fights on if you are Rats pushing into this in the SPG. Now, we do see SPG drawing out two of those corners, wanting to make use of that, playing off of a barb there. Now, we do see another barb in bathroom, which will be smart. I'm assuming they're going to keep a reactive barb for the very slim possibility that we do see Rats go for a wall charge here. Now, I'm not expecting that just from an economy standpoint. They're going to want to be keeping that for the next map, particularly because this is a very doable C store map from an eco perspective. You can really eco this very effectively as long as you do your execute rights, which we know Rats can do. And this is going to be interesting. Six sided actually going for the auto shotty here, which is been sort of famously coined now for being kind of useless. Tybor with a knack to shoot through walls on C store, some of them, not all of them. And Birdie with the Ingmar, and as well, we're seeing an early flare out because those are 135 seconds now as Rats gets into the game.
Yeah, they have elected to go for that eco storefront push here, and I agree with you on that auto shotty. I mean, it's with the new kick from Gunplay 2.0, it's just so hard to use.
And not only
Now
that,
they
the circular spread is rough.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I can never hit anybody with it anymore. Let alone how few people I hit with it before Gunplay 2.0.
You
Anyway,
and me both.
absolutely. Rats has pushed into storefront here, and Sleep and Deus Ex have pushed out of Teller now, but that barbed wire is something they're going to have to deal with if they want to go Teller to bathroom. And Freezer is another way to go, but there's more barbed wire waiting for them. Now this is starting to become a slow push and just an exchange of gunfire as they're trying to pick off something. Ooh, a little bit of shots there. So now they're pushing their way past Teller, and SPG backing off into bathroom. Reactive Barb going down to block that push there. A little bit of damage onto Rats right now. It's going to make this push a little bit more difficult. Some shots going out into bathroom. They've opened up that shed red door as a backup. You see Birdie and Tybor holding down back. There goes a Molly to slow it down even more as time is now dwindling under 40 seconds to go. Need to make a big play here. They have plenty of utility as there goes a flash out there. Another Molly is going to do a ton of damage on this push, but they're able to take down Sleep. Deus Ex, Reviv gets down. Hutch goes down on the refrag there. Six-sided up on a 2K so far, but goes down from Kino. Birdie and Tybor are the ones left.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left. The bomb is getting diffused right now. Tibor's trying to make a big
Molly doesn't
difference
help
here. There's a
off.
huge Molly. It's going to maybe work in his... Oh! 10 seconds left. They're able to get this defuse. Unfortunately for Tybor, getting caught up maybe in his own Molly there. And a whole mess of smoke there from that smoke grenade is unable to make a difference there.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Birdie actually getting peeked from on top of as he circles these stacked tables. You can actually get up there and then peek all the way in the office from a head spot there over that cabinet. And I mean, again, like I said, a very ecoable map for rats that they do take in that way. Six, doing work with that auto shotty. Ultimately, I'm not convinced that it was a great decision to put him on that gun, but worked out early on. But again, Molly's rats just ran through them, taking those low health fights, taking two dinks of that Molly and choosing instead to commit to taking the bomb site through a flash that ultimately won them the round. That was a big piece of decision making for them there. Now we're on to Gallant Trigger, which is a fun kill house to say the least. Now, Rats has a lot of options here. What we do see generally is teams liking to wall charge through, which Treacle drawing out that long angle. I'm assuming he's going to be watching that with the mop as his team makes his way through the backstage red door. Very interesting plan actually coming out from Rats to door charge the red door, walk through, wall charge their way into East Hallway to avoid Lumberyard altogether and push into Vault from there, I'm assuming. Now, that is actually a great plan because this Lumberyard push is actually can be very dangerous for you depending on how this fight gets taken through various members of SPG holding it. Now, they're actually going for a split push, doing a 2-3 split, two going through reception. Depending on if SPG decides to play reception ratty, they could ultimately be able to prevent that as well. And again, circumventing this Barb and Club that SPG is going to place. Now, Rats with the auto shoddy as well, bringing that over from C Store, that was unfortunate for SPG to lose there. Now, I saw them pick it up and then put it back, so there may not be enough ammo for them to do that, but SPG needing this round very, very much. Again, they're going into attacker set after that, but if last game is anything indicative of how attack is going to go for them, that was not great as Rats makes their way towards their execution spots.
Yeah, they have a 3-2 push here marked up once they make their way into backstage, and actually going to be going a little bit of reception here as well. They have placed the charge and getting ready to execute here. We see the defenders with a knack, Nigmar, and there goes the charge as a Molotov goes out to block that, and Hutch and Riva have made their way into the green reception here. But there's a bunch of barbed wire they have to contend with here. As now we see Sick is made his way into backstage. Hutch trying to catch off Birdie, who's taking a little bit of damage. Tons of damage going out onto Rats now. They are low for 3 members of their party. Tibor going down, Sick going down, in an exchange. Deus Ex able to take down Shriekle as now they're pushing in hard. Sleep it goes down as well. In Club. Club is slowly becoming a bloodbath here as now we see it is suddenly 2 members of Rats come away with their lives and only 6-sided left here to clutch it. Does
Says
have the
getting
saber there.
pinged. They know where he is. He's been pinged by the drone.
Absolutely. Lumberyard has a few little holes in there that you can get hit by that UAV. And now it's just backed off here. Hutch and Kino able to take their time here. 45 seconds is still plenty of time. They need to open up that vault though quickly. Smoke goes out into Lumberyard. Six is watching that angle heavily though. So expect maybe some damage to come here from Six, who's now listening and waiting to make the play. There goes the wall charge into East Hallway here, and the vault door has now opened up. They're able to go six-sided backing up to get this long angle into here. There goes the flash. Oh, is able to take down Kino, and now it's all Hutch and six-sided, a 1v1 here. Hutch low on health, only needs a body shot from that saber.
He won from six.
Oh! Six wanted it badly, but couldn't combat that shotgun peek that was able to just peek out there quickly and just eat up Six in a hail of those pellets.
Yeah, I mean, Hutch looking nasty with that shotgun there, not only finding that kill on the birdie and freeing up that flank for them, but also, man, that talk about a high pressure situation being that low, having a six-sided takedown your teammate in one shot with that saber, but then knowing he has to push you. That was just unfortunate. Even a little bit of a tickle there, I think, could have put Hutch down.
Yeah, I mean, just came down to reaction there, and Hutch was able to seize the day with a quick peek and take down Six, who's known for clutching, but unfortunately there was unable to. But we're moving on to Kill Dome, switching sides here.
Yep, and Ernest Ember, I am very interested to see what SPG ends up doing and what their plan will be. Rats looking again very, very strong. I'm expecting a little more of an unorthodox take from them here. However, I'm expecting SPG probably, as Six Sided is pointing out, this is kind of what I was thinking about for them is going into that green door and then wall charging out here into ruins. Not only effectively clearing that bit of brush, but also giving them such quick access to site to where essentially they can swing on this as a three-man group and hopefully take down any of those fights as well. Birdie drawing out, being cautious of that upper ruins, which was where Six Sided was able to end up winning this round for his team. And Rats again only drawing very sparsely, expecting possibly a ruins push there. Um, but Pit is so dangerous. Because if you spawn there, and as I have definitely not done, you can fall into Pit almost immediately.
Yeah,
um,
it keeps your momentum from the if you're running.
yeah, which I know, and I still somehow forget about after how many almost 500 hours in the game. But what I'm expecting Rats to do here is hopefully if they have someone here, they can really end the day of SPG as well. We do see one of the members of Rats sitting up in observation, going to be chilling up there as well. For most of them, just playing around this jungle lake area. Now SPG might actually be going for a quick defuse, smoking it out, and then holding with the long finger. Treacle bringing that mop, hoping to do some early hurt to SPG.
Yeah, Rats has elected to hold down the spread out here. We got some in observation, some in jungle, some in ruins. But now they know that Pit has been secured and see Reviv with that barb slowing down that push. Tibor ready to go. There goes the ball charge. This is a fast push, but Hutch is able to come on the rotation, take down Sleep, but gets picked off on the backside as Tibor and Birdie are made aware. Now they have a ton of utility here on attack they're going to make use of. 4v4 here as they push here into ruins here. Birdie able to move and
Kind of a
evade
bad
those
smoke.
damage. A smoke to get on the jungle there. Six-sided pushing here, taking down Shriekle. What a good play there. Making use of that smoke. Six-sided does get picked off there, and oh man, SPG with a nice solid push here. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean Hutch though, with that opening kill on Sleep, what a huge punch to SPG. And then, but Six Sided again with that 3K killing not only
3K.
Hutch, but Shriekle and Sick Gamer. Birdie grabbing up that mop, it wasn't really used. Hopefully, has enough bullets for them. And Deus bringing him at the DL12. Now, I think that's Sick Gamer or Reviv riding Free Steven.
I'm not sure who
What?
Steven is.
I'm not entirely sure about this. I'm gonna have to inquire. Um,
Chat, can you enlighten us on who Steven is?
I'm not sure. Hopefully, chat can help us. But when it comes down to it, you can also just ask the source. Um, now, this is going to be interesting. Great take there from SPG, and again, really showing off that when it comes down to it, they can be more creative with that play. Now, again, they were able to salvage the clacker from that round. I So Infernal Spear, I there we go. Six-sided drawing it out. Really wanting an aggressive plan. Probably looking to eco this maybe, as well as push from Shed. Um this is gonna be interesting. SPG really looking for a very aggressive take here, going through that Shed fast into storage, hoping to do it now. Rats having that double barb setup out. Never mind Reviv changing it to a single barb setup that could be very dangerous for SPG's push here. Now, the report is back from Sick Gamer as to who Steven is. So Steven is a friend of Sick Gamer, and also in apparently in season 1 DPL, Steven told Sick to write his name during one of the games, and that has evolved into the very illegible Free Steven.
Free Steven.
So
Subsided.
subsided. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's beautiful.
oh man, it's I think I think that's probably calling an emergency meeting because Six Sided's a little sus. I haven't seen him do med base scan and he has said he's done it, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't quite trust Six Sided. But if you're SPG, you have to. He's been getting so many of these huge frags and such a high kill count here for his team, really carrying them out of this.
Yeah, we may need a Daxter to come and lighten us on some Among Us culture to get the scoop on that, though.
Yeah, we need that Among Us culture from a Daxi. Um, as SPG is getting into the game here.
All right. As we see, SPG is lined up to take that storefront and shed as well, but we see Reviv is maybe aware of that as Reviv is now caught out with a reactive volley, able to do a ton of damage onto SPG, and now suddenly was able to survive for a little bit there.
Yeah, Birdie and
SPG,
Sleep,
ooh,
man, they are burnt crispy.
hurting. They are hurting for sure. Lots of barbs to contend with here on storage, though. They have one frag there on T, but we may be able to eliminate both of them with that. There he goes, checking out that frag, but tons of shots coming out of the backside there in office. Flash goes out into storage here. Now the big push here. Hutch just unleashing that knack, trying to get a bunch of damage there. Wow. Oh my
Final
goodness.
flash.
Sleep's still alive. He's got our birdie there with a minuscule amount of health. Finally goes down. A big flash into here
Oh,
as SVG is playing. They are looking for kills here. Tybor and Six-Sided left alive. Kino trying to get a pick onto that bomb. Unable to do so. And now Six-Sided is maybe getting a thirsty kill here. Oh, there
oh,
goes the
six.
molly there.
Oh, he doesn't go down. That was
Ooh,
close.
that was close. Look how little health they have. Unfortunately, a good use of flash there is
Oh,
able to survive that. Oh, but Six-Sided going for that kill. Keto able to line up that shot.
and right, reading the swing from six there. Maybe getting a little too confident, but really wanting that last kill. Birdie opening it up with 2 kills for SPG there. And man, they are looking a little better, looking a little healthier, but Rat still looking very strong overall.
Yeah, that was a close game. That could have gone either way, but SPG was able to make use of those flashes and just keep Rats just locked down.
Now it is SPG's turn to attack here, and SPG still has a lot of options. They have their door charge and the saber, so we are not sure what they are going to do here. Um, Tybor really wanting to go for an aggressive standard play, going in through backstage and then doing a double pinch push through here, calling out those 2 barbs as well. And Reviv actually going for something very interesting, wanting to possibly wall bang that from East Hallway, giving the member of Rats who would possibly be doing that a lot of protection down here to that west side as well. SPG probably going to go for much more of a split take. It looks like wanting to send one through office via reception, which would be a really great choice because sometimes what we see on this map is teams can get so focused on club that actually you kind of can get office slash kitchen for free. Um, Not too sure how they are going to go end up doing this as they seem fairly indecisive. Again, Free Steven coming out from Sick Gamer. Now, actually, I believe SPG is wanting to go for that kitchen push now, wanting to focus instead on gaining northern control of the map and then pushing it from 2 sides. And like I said, we do have that member of Rats chilling here. We do see Kino and East Hallway probably playing off of that for the wall bangs as well, with 3 members of Rats chilling in club slash backstage. Now, one member, Hutch, is up there with a shotgun, and we know how devastating he can be with that as SPG makes their way toward Hutch. Will Hutch be able to get some kills, if not an ace here, possibly?
Yeah, SPG making full use of the figure paints that Gekka's given them, marking up this map a lot. They have elected to go through reception, it looks like, but they're pushing. Actually, no, they're going through kitchen and peeking reception a little bit to make some noise here. Now they're waiting to push into kitchen, but Hutch is waiting for that pick there. Hopefully they're able to clear their corners. They haven't called it out or marked it up that Hutch could be there, but knowing SPG, they may check here. Hutch aware of it. Sleep checking that corner and eliminating Hutch in a
No damage
quick
out
shoot
from
down.
Hutch there.
I know. Fortunately for Hutch, unable to get a quick frag in the early game here. Flash goes out in the west hallway, no one there, but Kino is watching that hallway like a hawk, or should I say vulture. Deus Ex looking to push onto him though. Tabor with the reach around and taking down Kino, able to come through here. club being held down by Reviv.
Whoa,
Oh,
6.
big shot from 6 onto Shriekle. What a nice play there. Dual mollies go out onto Lumberyard.
Did you see that? It was synchronized too
It
immediately.
was. That was synchronized. Now tons of shots are coming out from Reviv, but he's getting flashed all to hell there as the push comes out here. They're having to contend with that barbed wire, and a ton of damage goes out, but they're able to push through it and eliminate Sick and Reviv to win the round. Now Vault is open up, and it's just a matter of defuse. What happened there, Zombie?
I mean, that was just such a strong, committed execute from SPG, particularly on that last barb. They dedicated that push. They waited out that double molly. They dedicated on that. They were basically through the barb by the time Sick through the last one, and the way they bloomed out from that was ingenious. Sending 2 here, and then 2 here. Tybor going for a more aggressive position, ultimately getting picked out, but then I believe it was Sleep who was able to laser Sick from the corner of that. Now SPG feeling a lot better about this game. 4-2. They are much happier with this as Sleep and Deus shotgun fight. Auto Shotty versus DL12. And I'll be honest, I know the DL is going to win that fight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, SPG putting up a much better performance here as they're now up 2 rounds, 2 rats. Not looking like the same team that played last time. They seem to be communicating better and able to take more fights here and just playing all around better.
Absolutely. I think their pep talk worked. It's going well. So now Justice Spectre is going to be our factory map, and this is an interesting one. Of course, we have the collapsed wall here, definitely an OSHA violation, as well as the wall that's being used as part of the catwalk right here, or rather the safety railing that's being used as a catwalk there. Rat's going to really need to put up a stiff defense here because SPG is looking for the 3 in a row attacker set to really deliver them from their last game to securing this one. Now, Rat's going for some fairly standard barbs. Again, Tiber calling it out again with a 2-member expected watch there, which is really smart and, however, also very readable. Now, again, Tiber calling out another member. So what we tend to see with green pushes a lot through here is we do see basically one member of defenders watching that staircase as well, but really it is designed for these 2 members in Toxic. One playing anti-flash, generally down in this corner as the flash tends to go deeper in. But SPG wanting to go for that fan push as well as a green push, possibly looking at that power for, again, the very famous Dark. Now, that's boring. That's cool. What's really interesting about this map is, if I remember correctly, this is one of the first instances where we saw Perch. And Perch here, we can see there's no boxes, no nothing. It was still very experimental at this point. We do have the singular board here to get across, as well with a 2 here. You really need to get your tightrope practice if you want to cross that, as we do see Shriekle might have been missing out on that, not wanting to go across, but changing it up last second, going for a 2-man office push with a 3-man green door push, and 6-sided on that saber looking to do some work.
Yeah, they're still spending some time in that truck trying to get the best loadout they can here as they've marked up a 2 push onto office and a 3 push here into storage. Now we see a bit of barbed wire there onto office though, and we see some barbed wire in toxic here to eliminate this push into this neutral bomb in the center here. We see a mini Sleep still hanging out in the truck though. Trying to get has a clacker as well. Interesting. We see a smoke go out into storage here. Deus Ex Lincoln to contest Toxic here. Tabor gonna make the first charge though. Oh, there goes the
Ooh,
molly. Tons of damage. Oh, actually, only a handful of damage there on to Tybor.
less than you would expect, honestly.
Exactly. I know. A little strange there. See a bunch of shots going out here. They're making their way into Toxic here.
Oh,
Birdie gets eliminated, stuck on that jump there, unable to make it.
yeah,
Sick goes down from Deus Ex.
Birdie cannot do any hardcore parkour.
That is true. Hutch able to retreat there from Deus Ex and 6-sided. Now they are, but gets caught down by Kino on that long range Igmar from the office. Lights go down from 6-sided as that Dark comes into play here. We see one flare go out in office. Now here comes the big charge in the back there. Sleep able to rush in here.
Oh, Treacle
Takes
gets
down
Tybor.
Kino, but Treacle's able to take down Tybor before retreating with that mop. Nice shot there. Now it's only down to 2 members of SPG to contest two members of Rats as they does pick up a quick kill there. Six-sided, able
Oh,
to take the single
six.
and reviv. Oh, baby, six-sided with a clutch play there.
Yeah, six not able. No, I mean, honestly, Shriekle not able to find the kill on six. Six at 15 health after that mop shot. I mean, that is just
Absolutely.
insane. Sleep was asleep with the switch there, but ultimately able to pull it off. But Shriekle getting an insane headshot on Tybor there, securing that kill. Sleep looking to bring back the Ingmar. I guess the mop does not have enough ammo to warrant bringing it back. But man, SPG takes that round in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, they just played all around well there. They were able to get very crucial shots there and played really well. I really liked that delayed push into office. It seemed like SPG wasn't entirely ready for that, even though they got a quick frag at the beginning. Soon it was just descended upon by members of SPG and they're able to just clear out office really quickly.
Yeah, it was such a great performance from them. Now, Dragon Ajax, our Kildome map. This is one that's been around for a while. Um, Tybor already drawn out a bar that we've been seeing a lot. I was about to talk about. It's like we're psychic linked together. Now, what this does is actually as you go up the stairs, you push into that barb, and it really gives not only the member of defenders here who might be looking at that stairs through the castle window a really great chance to shoot you, but also anyone who might be lurking in castle or observation just to get such a good look at you, not only through the ob windows, but also just to swing on you from the door. Um, SVG looking for actually a new kind of take, going very aggressive, looking for that barb through, pardon me, looking for that bomb through ruins. Now, Rats actually placing a barb there to prevent that as well. It could be very interesting as to see how this plays out. I think SVG's plan will work out very well for them, depending if Rats decides to have people playing in observation slash castle, because the bomb does diffuse out as marked by SPG there, so that could make these windows very, very deadly as well. Now, can they get it? Actually, Tiber possibly wanting to send one person through pit, but who knows? I think they're going to commit to a five-man push through ruins as they get ready to enter the kill dome.
Guildome countdown is going quickly. They have a bit of a split up here as they got some members in observation, a couple in pit. They're ready. Deus Ex has circled that castle door, waiting to see what they're gonna do here. They may still be deciding here what they want to do. Now they're making their way down to ruins here. They have marked it out for this big push. Deus Ex sneaking off actually to the other door, but deciding to go down through ruins here. Getting ready for this big push here. There goes the charge. Thank you, announcer. So we push here into ruins here.
It's coming for your
Birdie,
job.
I know, right? Birdie and Sleep making their way into this castle door here. Hutch hiding under that wooden bridge into jungle, waiting to pick someone off there. That Molotov unfortunately doesn't reach all the way up the stairs, and Tiber's able to just hang out on there. But Hutch comes out, eliminates Sleep, six-sided taking down Reviv, Birdie taking down Hutch, as there is a lot of action going down in ruins here, as members of Rats have fallen quickly. It is now down to just two of them. Sick Gamer and Kino need to make a big play here. Lights go down, actually. And now the
Oh,
bomb is just quickly getting diffused. I don't think there's anything Rats can do here to quickly take this down as Sick Gamer gets eliminated and lit up by bullets. SVG making good use of their position to take down Bomb. How quickly it is to just dive through ruins and quickly onto Bomb.
yeah, really great aggressive plays there from SPG as well. And that power was no sweat for them as six-sided on that saber, not really too worried about that. Kino getting out with a barb and a KR and a Molly, trying to salvage what he can from that round for Rats. But SPG looking a lot better. It's going 7-2. I mean, it's not quite the 7-1, but it's still, scientifically is still a stop, a 7-2, and they are looking to stop Rats here and be like, no, that was a warm up. Here's how we can really play.
Absolutely. Looking like a total reversal here from that first game. SPG had a quick pep talk at halftime and they came back in a big way. Rats need to step it up.
I will say I gave them a quick pep talk beforehand, And I will say, if you want a zombie pep talk before your game, just let me know. Although possibly that could have been why they did so poorly on the first game, is because I talked to them. But SPG here looking strong. They still have their wall charge for a very standard C store take, which Birdie obviously wants to do, trying out at the same time as I do. Now what is going to be interesting is actually this bar placement right here. Tiber very smart calling that out. I don't think Rats is going to do it, but what it does is that position is again barbing off everything in that square with a singular item. And also, you do get a little bit of that bomb touching spot as well, which is great economical use of barbs. Now, actually, we're seeing SPG probably want to go for a different single shutter and push into the arcade. And I'm expecting, because it's six sided, play it long with the saber to really prevent the push into freezer for the counter take if that is what Rats wants to do. Now, this is you're very confident right now if you are SPG. You're feeling good. You're feeling very good. You have tons of utility at your disposal right now. Um, not only that, six sided playing out of his mind and the rest of the team kind of picking up behind him. I do see some NVGs coming out just in case. I think if Rats, for whatever reason, decides to hit power, I don't think that's going to happen. But you have him. Why not flex on him with the clout goggles a little bit as they jump out of the truck?
Yeah, and we see Rats have lined up here to take down that first kind of half of this C-store map. We see SPG is lined up to take storefront here. We may see Shrekla opening up. No, not going to happen. They're slowly waiting to burst this open. Kino and Shrekla ready for this push here. Kino throwing that Molotov deep, but it does not
Oh,
get anybody. But six-sided with a sneaky hit onto Hutch from downtown. As we see the defenders now have to reel and come up with a plan to combat this. A deep flash there. Sick Gamer is lit up and now just spraying freely. They've located where Sick Gamer is. Kino looking to combat Freezer there. Tybor has clocked him. Another deep flash there into Arcade though. Pushing here into Freezer. Another Molotov goes out and Kino gets lit up by Birdie. Schreckle still holding down Tellers there. A bunch of shots go through that small, tiny Teller window. Now the bomb is getting diffused by the attackers. Reviv coming in to make a difference with the knack, is able to get one. Can he get two? Gets two. Going for the third. Is reeling and trying to run away here. Tiber trying to get that last final kill here. A deep flash there into there. Reviv is all lit up and goes down. Well played there. Way to hold that last flash to secure that win. Good job on attack there.
absolutely. SPG securing that game, and now they are in a better position, but still not a great one. So effectively, it all comes down to this.
Yeah, we
It,
are going to game 3.
yeah, we are going to game three where we are seeing it, and that was a much better performance from SPG. I hope that they can pull that out. But Rats again, not finding the dominance that they were in the first game, but it's certainly possible. We're seeing a lot of potential come out from that team currently, and that is what is important.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they are just playing so well now. SPG, I think what happened with your pep talk zombie, it worked kind of like in an anime, that the
Mm,
the advice didn't make sense until they needed it, until they endured some
uh,
hardship, and then they had a whole flashback moment to what you said
I
before
see.
the game.
I see.
I
That
think that's
that's
what
what it
happened.
was. They discovered the power of friendship after the first
Oh,
game.
yes, definitely the power of friendship secured that 7-2 win there for sure. Oh man. What are you excited to see in game 3 here, Zombie?
I'm excited to see six sided pop off some more, because I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't want to see six sided pop off? Because he does it in such a spectacular fashion as well. But that game honestly just really showed me how strong of a shotgun player Hutch is. Now, while we didn't see Rats secure as many rounds as they wanted to, Hutch was doing a lot of work with those shotguns ultimately, and I mean that's impressive, and you cannot deny them that. However, this is a hard game to read at this point. It's very hard to read considering we go from 7-1 Rats, 7-2 SPG. There's not really a team here who's looking better or worse or in a better position. It's just really coming down to what happens. And I mean, I know that's a dumb thing to say. I understand that, but I can't stress it enough that neither of these teams look systemically at their core better or worse than the other.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen totally different performances. Game one, Rats put a spanking on SPG. SPG returned it in game two. Game three, I mean, who knows? I mean, Rats now needs to have that big pep talk at halftime here to pull back and make this a clutch third round. Now, on my desk here is commentator Cocoa Puff, my cat, and unfortunately, she is making a mess. So her comment will have to be brief. Oh, yes, and she's quite upset now. But she's here to express her distaste for rats. Hopefully, none of the members take that personally. I think it's just a cat thing, though. But yes,
I think so. I think it's a little bit of internal biases on that.
I think so.
However, while we send analyst Cocoa Puff to some sensitivity training for Team Rats, we're going to send it to a quick break right now. So.
Absolutely. Don't go away. We got more SPG versus rats coming up after this. Stick around. Alrighty, DPL. We are back for game 3 of Rats versus SPG. Rats looking to make their way into the DPL and SPG defending their right to be there. So far, we've seen two dynamic rounds go down here with Rats spanking in the first round, 7-1, and then SPG coming back in a big way, 7-2. We're now tied up here with the game 3 to decide it all. Zombie, what can we talk about?
Well, I mean, dynamic does not even begin to scratch the surface of what those two games have been. Well, I mean, honestly, just insane. But I have stats from Mr. Donut, and this is a telling story. Now, six sided went 18-4.
Insane.
18-4. He had a survival time of 56%. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Honestly, just ridiculous. Now, shout out to Birdie. He flashed three defenders in that entire game, which is more than the rest of his team. But
Yeah.
still, Birdie, the second top frag, going 7-6, not even half of the kills of six sided. Now, that is not to take away from Birdie's individual skill as a player, but rather to point out the fact of just how hard six sided is carrying SPG right now. It is ridiculous. And as Hannibal Barca said when crossing the mountains to invade Rome, in Vanium Viam aut facium, and right now six sided is facium. He's making a way and he wants this
Absolutely.
game.
Zombie with a quick Google search, unless he memorized that.
No, I have memorized that. Fun
Whoo!
fact, I very much like Hannibal Barca because he was the first to bring elephants in. He brought war
Oh
elephants
yeah.
over the Alps into Rome to invade Rome.
What a
He
madman.
he also famously said there was I can't remember the name of the captain in his army, but he said the Romans will lose even though we have this and he said the captain's name, even though we have him here, the Romans will still lose. But Hannibal Barca, one of my favorite historical figures.
Wow. Well, we got a lesson from history here, folks, as we go into game 1 here on
Absolutely.
Killdome.
Now, of course, I have to look at my computer here, but Chrome Dog is our first kill dome map that will be so much tell for these teams. SPG starting out on attack, Rats with defense. Rats happy with that. Their attack was so strong game one, and SPG looking to really do a stronger showing of their defense skills again. Now, very smart from SPG here, drawing out the directions that the cameras point to. So we do see observation. That's what's so dangerous about these walls in ob. So essentially, if you stand here, you have wall hacks. If you stand here, you have wall hacks of the people swinging that corner. You have to be very careful. Now, SPG going for quite a convoluted plan, but ultimately, I'm assuming wanting to push through beach, kind of avoiding that observation altogether, possibly wanting to go through that jungle door to get access, but not entirely sure. Rats, though, with some great barb placement, placing here on the ramp to get in the site as well as up here on that rope bridge, and again in pit. Doing a fairly standard barb placement, taking three barbs, very normal. Rats looking to take it easy on this defense round and ultimately secure it. Hutch, once again, bringing out the tub, which he has been doing a stellar job at using to put down SPG so far with.
Yeah, here we see that SPG has lined up to take beach, but none of the defenders are holding there except for Clutch being the close, or Hutch being, I called him Clutch. Hutch being the one here with that shotgun. Hopefully his name will become Clutch here on this one. Let's see what happens here. He's got a Molotov ready here for that beach push. As we see the rest of the attackers make their way onto beach here. The defenders have backed up. They're holding down observation for those wall hacks. Hutch gets locked up in that smoke, is trying to make a difference, but gets knocked down by Tybor. Nice heads up play there from Tybor, spotting that defender there. A deep flash ends a bomb there. Oh, a nice read on the birdie there with that Molotov and taking him down. Now we see the defenders are matched with the attackers here, 4-4 here. Some damage on both sides there as the defenders are backed up here into high ground on ruins. They are raining down fire. Bunch of damage exchanged there. The attackers are now onto bombs. Reviv gets caught up there. Now we see a bunch more shots. Another goes down there in that corner being deadly. Sick Gamer trying to make a bunch of shots there, but SPG is able to lock down Bomb and just do a ton of damage into
Oh,
that Ruins high ground. What nice shots we had there.
yeah, great round from SPG there. Unfortunately, it's not very clear on the map view, but this is actually a window that Sick Gamer was firing out of. Unfortunately, no way to really tell that. Birdie drawing out that he's brain dead, and I kind of agree with that assessment, being so far forward from his team. If he had made something happen there, it would have been amazing, but unfortunately, just too much too early, Birdie. A little too aggressive there. But Birdie trying to make something happen, wanting to secure SPG spot back in upper league, and Rats wanting to secure it for themselves. Now, SPG, great round there. Tie board very low at the end of that now. So, Kill House. This is where we are. We are on Grinding Cause. Now, this map is interesting. We have seen quite a few um different kinds of takes go through here. Now, SPG has a lot of options. They didn't eco last round. They did not take a charge. I don't even believe they brought a nade with them to clear any bar. Now, there are really two ways to approach this map. Generally, we see people, if they do end up taking the office side, which it looks like SPG is not wanting to do, they do that because the bomb diffuses this way, and then essentially posting up on that green door as well as holding the office rear. Now, SPG looking for an east side take, wanting to go in through the red door, again, drawing out all their angles, but what will be dangerous for them is not only having to clear out the rear part of kitchen here, but again, as they've marked out that wall bang onto bomb, just because it does diffuse there. You have a lot of option for movement, though. You can, long arm the bomb or play it close, depending on how the spray comes through. Now, Rats actually kind of expecting a wall charge play from the hallway green door immediately. They are looking to place a barb there, which could possibly slow down SPG quite a bit, but I'm not entirely sure. Rats probably going for a 2-1-2 setup, probably having two members play up near office, one in kitchen, and actually, pardon me, three in club, really dedicating to that take. So this could either work very well or very poorly for them. SPG needing to find those kills. And Deus Ex Machina drawing us out a little sus man for some Among Us culture. We're giving him a hat. That's great. Now, as they make their way out of the truck, Six Sided actually bringing Saber on this map again. Barb is placed here by Rats.
Yeah, that backstage is known about. They have lined up there. Some shots are called out there as Reviv goes with that reactive molly there to block that push there. Sick Gamer and Reviv ready for this push here. That barbed wire is going to be something to contest there. Maybe we'll see a bunch of shots go out here. Another Molotov eating away at the time here for SPG on attack here. Another barb goes
Interesting.
down.
Kind of an interesting bar placement. I think he's trying to funnel them in towards himself. Reviv is.
I think so. A deep flash there into club there as now more members are pouring in through. Birdie is the first one through, taking out Reviv. Sick Gamer on the warpath next, gets eliminated.
Birdie
Birdie
was a
with a
juke
2K.
there.
A nice performance there, able to route around and eliminate those two members. A good
Yeah.
use of utility there to
And
secure it.
another
Another
reactive
barb.
barb goes down.
We see Tibor does have a nade there, uses it to clear it out. Hutch may get caught up in this, but does not. Able to use that bomb to deflect most of that damage there. See now, it is a 5v3 here as SPG is able to take their time. Still plenty of time left on this. They're already
Flash goes
secured on the
deep.
bomb. Flash deep, Hutch getting caught up, but able to
Sleep
take
takes
down.
out Birdie.
Oh, Sleep does go down. Sleep taking down Birdie there. Unfortunately for them. Shriekle and Kino, unfortunate on that rotation. Deus Ex just waiting for them. Now down all the Shriekle as bomb is getting diffused. Priority number one. Shriekle just needs to survive here. Make a few wall bangs from that nook and cranny, but does not happen. It just gets lit up. Wow, SPG with a dominant performance so far.
Absolutely, SPG looking very strong. Birdie there actually probably would have survived if his teammate didn't take him out. But such a strong 2K entry from Birdie as well, really opening up the club for his team. Now, Birdie making up for the brain dead play, as he called it, from that first map of Killdome. And SPG looking very strong actually right now, looking a lot more dominant than they did even in the last game.
Yeah, I mean, they are just putting forward good plays. It looks like they're communicating well now. Definitely looking like they're going to carry the same sort of ideas that they had in the last one. Communicate well, mark your plays, and just push as a team. They are just doing it exceptionally well so far in these
Absolutely.
first 2 rounds.
I think they've adjusted their gamer chairs. They are really doing it well. Now, they do have a door charge and a wall charge here, so quite a few options available to them. Now, I don't blame Tiber. He's wanting to go for that fan, wanting to get that access to that highway and take those fights that you are really easily available to you from there. Um, Now, I would not be entirely surprised if that is coupled with a wall charge either through dock or possibly even bringing it into green door maybe to use on this office door. And I know that sounds weird, even on the office red, but possibly even that office green just to not only clear bar but maybe secure a kill of someone who has fallen back in the office to take some of these different fights from that shelving. Now, possibly wanting to go for that power. It'll be very easily available to them if they are able to execute this fan take correctly. Again, now conveyors as SPG has circled incredibly well, I might add. Just absolutely every inch of it is circled. Is a very contentious place and a very huge defense spot for rats. Not only does playing conveyors from there give you such a great line of sight on the bomb, but as well it gives you a lot of cover. Now, rats only bringing out 2 barbs. I'm really worried about that wall charge push out from Doc, barbing up there and it's interesting. They are really wanting to do this. Treacle with the mop, hoping to do some work uh, as SPG gets into the round through fan.
Yeah, Six Sided's got that saber as well, and SPG has made great use of their finger pates here to light up conveyors and dock here. The defenders have backed up deep into office and the latter half of this giant open factory map. Hutch actually has a auto shotty there backed up in the servers, but is going to contest here
Oh
as he runs up, but gets absolutely caught out of position there, unfortunately for him. Now Sleep Birdie have tried to clean up servers, no one there. A big flare goes out there as lights have gone down. That dark is setting in as Sick Gamer gets taken down. Reviv on a big creeping rotation here. Big long shots and deep in conveyors as SPG is just running up here, sprinting as quick as they can to eliminate it.
oh
Six-sided on the backup to take down Reviv, aware of the rotation. Man has his head in this game. Shriekle just gets picked off from Birdie. Wow.
man, honestly, Birdie really stepping it up with that opening kill on Hutch, and also getting so low from the. We do see Sleep and Deus falling to that molly along with Birdie and maybe six. Six not quick enough, going just
Oof.
low. Quite unfortunate, but also probably for the better, not wanting to mess up. Never mind, as they
There
wall
we
charge
go.
themselves. Really
They know how to clean
sacrificing
up.
their KSTs there.
They know how to clean up at the very end.
Honestly, flexing on them a little bit. They are very happy with that attacker set going 3-0. Now it is Rat's turn. Will they be able to do it? I'm not sure. SPG's looking so strong right now. Birdie really stepping up for his team. Getting 2 double kills back to back in those second
Yeah.
and third rounds after going full ooga booga, as Birdie would say. A former teammate of mine from Team Hypa and still a great friend. Um, he knows what he did and he's making up for it right now. Now SPG going for some nasty angles, probably going to want Sleep up here or Birdie watching this dock, which is I think important because just how the maps played out, a eco take here on dock was such a strong and frankly the right choice in my opinion for SPG, and I think Rats are going to try and replicate that, going with a double smoke approach, wanting to deny a lot of those angles. Um, Really, I'm expecting a strong showing from Rats in this round, but SPG I think might use a little more of these river spots to their advantage, possibly playing here, not quite in the brush, but more outside to hold, as well as maybe even ratting in this corner, pun intended. Now, SPG looking so good that I think they're going to do it here. They do have 3 smokes called out from Rats, which, of course, 3 smokes are very good. But the main problem here is that's going to be 3 less flashbangs that they can take. Um, so it's really a trade-off, and that's the thing is, yes, these smokes are going to be great for getting them in there, but I don't know, depending on how their flash usage goes in beach, if they will have enough flash power to be able to push into sight.
Yeah, this is marked up here, looking like a Picasso painting here. So we see that beach is drawn out for this push here from Rats. See if they can get a 3-game win streak here on attack here. They need to come back to tie this up. They need to put in an amazing performance here. They have marched up here. None of the defenders are there to contest base, so it should be a pretty quick run in here, except for Deus Ex, which that knack does have, and that barb there, way back there onto pit. There goes a smoke there. Not going to trip up any defenders here. Another smoke there. Deus Ex is going to have to worry about that one now. More flashes go out. Ooh! Terrible runs down into the pit. Unfortunate for him. Kildome gets a kill on that one there. Reviv getting lit up. Somehow survives. Deus Ex eats it from Kino. Six-sided with a massive mop shot to take down Sick Gamer. Nice shot from him. Now Reviv pushing here onto the high ground. Another long shot there. Six-sided taking down Reviv. Birdie does fall down behind the bomb. Hutch and Kino looking to make a big play here. Hutch gets lit up by Sleep. Now it's just six-sided versus and Sleep versus Strickle and Kino. The Wombo combo. Can they make the big play here? Sleep and six-sided using observation here to back off a bomb. They're able to lay down a lot of damage from that high ground. It's now maybe the attackers are looking for maybe some utility. I don't think they have anything left though. They need to be precise. Drawing some sight lines here. Trico looking to take down Sleep. Just a peek is all they need. Kino looking to put pressure on the bomb here. Diffuses it a little bit to draw out the defenders. They're not going to fall for it. Six-sided playing very patiently. Creeps up to here to get the shot. Maybe Sleep getting lit up. Goes down. Six-sided to takedown. Strike goes now. Kino versus Six. Who will win here? Six-sided, can they clutch it? Kino look at it. Oh! Six-sided gets the big kill. And SPG goes up 4-0. Oh, goodness.
Clutch sided.
Absolutely.
Whew, man, that is a 4K from 6 there, and I mean, wow. Tybor explaining his fall in the pit there. Flash through wall, just and then there's just lava. So I guess one of those flashbangs did end up hitting him from that initial beach take from Rats. But that is a perfect example of what I was talking about. Yes, those smokes got Rats into pit, but they didn't. They had 3 flashes to end up pushing onto site, and then by the time they got to site, they were out of flashes, and so that really gave SPG there the room that they needed to take that round, which is just unfortunate. I mean, not to mention Six being cracked and getting a 4K, and winning a 1v2 clutch. So Rats on attack. What are they going to do? Of course, SPG calling out 2 of the most obvious plays, and Hutch thinking about that wall charge into sight through kitchen here, and you really have 2 options. It's just kind of which one you want to take. Um, that looks like what they're going to want to do, actually. Although they're debating it quite obviously, they are really thinking about that wall charge play. Possibly a double charge, because of course they did save on that kill dome, so they're not quite so they feel a lot more comfortable on what they're able to take here. So of course I think they're going to obviously charge a door. I'm just not sure if they're going to do a double charge, but that looks like what it's going to be. They're going to charge through office and then ultimately charge through that side into the eastern end of kitchen and take from there. Now, what can be dangerous about that is they may not have cleared any members of SPG who could be sitting back there. I did see, I think it was Hutch drawing out the possibility of someone being there. I actually think that individual might be from office and play retake quite aggressively against them when that wall charge goes off. Now, we do see 3 members of SPG in that kitchen, as well as 2 in club. Now, this is gonna be an aggressive round from Rats because they really want this. Although, as we see, it's a pretty decent save round actually from SPG. with their
Yeah,
weapon
they've
choice.
got two mollies here, two barbs here as Rats move in, desperate for that first dub here to turn this game around. Rats have pushed in aggressive here into office. Kitchen being held down by Birdie, who takes a little bit of damage from that frag, but able to get away. Throws a deep Molotov.
Oh,
Kino getting a little
Kino!
by it. Oh, Kino not aware of that positioning from that
Oh,
Molotov. Just gets eaten up by it. There goes the wall charge. It's delayed a little early on the flash there. Now they're fully into bomb, just taking people out. Hutch ready for that rotation from Tibber. Takes him down. And now Six Sided just gets eaten alive in bomb room. Wow, Rats were able to turn that around and just come back with the dub.
man, really great round there from Rats. I mean, particularly Hutch unflinching on watching that door and then finding the one pump when it mattered. Um, Really interesting choice there from SPG to actually end up pushing out into club, which I'm not too sure about. Davis there, unable to find a kill as he rushed into sight. I think that flashbang through the wall actually prevented Rats from getting a kill with that wall charge because we saw Davis sort of flirting with the line of where he may have died. But man, great round from Rats. Definitely showing that they're not out of this yet, even though it's looking a little grim for them. They are still putting up one hell of a fight, though. It is, I believe, 4-1 in favor of SPG, and SPG is wanting to close this out, this half, before we head into that third quarter with a win on Factory. Lead King, can they do it? Now, I'm expecting SPG to really prepare for what they did because there's only one charge that's going to be able to come out from Rats. Now, SPG very cautious of that power play, and Treacle sort of tentatively drawing it. I think that's what they're going to want to go for. They do have smokes available to them still. So they are debating on where to put it. I think that's really what they're going to want to do. They're following the SPG book. They saw it work for them, and now they want to make it work for Rats. Rats really going aggressively for that power. Now, what will SPG do? Again, with Gunplay 2.0 and also the subsequent update that came up that fixed a lot of things, we did see flares get buffed to 135 seconds. Now, why is that important? It basically means that effectively as a defender, you can actually play sometimes if you know they're grabbing power early instead of having to wait for that. And we've seen some people do that, and I'm not sure we'll see that come out, but it is something to keep in mind that these flares last a long time. Also, going to be very scary if you're SPG. Rats looking for a nade into this conveyors, understanding what a strong defensive position it is. Now, Birdie and I believe that is Deus going to be playing over there, going to be very dangerous for them as well. But six sided, I think, going for an early window peak as well. But Tybor with the auto shotty looking to end the career of Rats right here, preventing them from getting that power.
Yeah, and they have lined up to take this fan push in that barb onto power, knowing how crucial it is. There goes the fan charge real quick now. They have noticed that there's a barb there. Going to have to maybe use a frag here to clear it, as what they do. Barb is now gone. Tybor is now backing off, knowing how much trouble that could be to stay there. There goes that dark now. Flares go out in heavy use here. One flare gets chucked out the window. Tons of shots getting exchanged deep from conveyors onto shelving. A little bit of damage there onto Rats there. Tybor looking to pick up big push back around, but Sick Gamer is aware of it and takes him down. And back here on shelving and conveyors, Deus Ex gets dropped. Kino goes down. Bomb looking a little contested here. Sick Gamer able to secure storage. And now Bomb is getting diffused here. Rats looking to come back in a big way, and they do. Plenty of time left to defuse the bomb as they wait for that molly to go down. Wow, Rats. Knowing exactly what SPG was going to do there, they were able to secure big kills. Sick Gamer with a 2K. Striker with another 2K. What a good performance from them.
Yeah, what a honestly what a strong round from Rats. Four members surviving it out, and also very unfortunate there the auto shotty kind of whiffing on the opportunity there to get some kills on servers, but ultimately went the way of Rats. Now, still, SPG feeling fairly comfortable. They're in a 4-2 spot. Even if they lose these next 3 rounds, they still have a chance to come back. However, I don't think that's going to happen. If Rats wins these next 3 attack rounds, they need 2 rounds on defense still, but they're feeling better about it. They're certainly feeling better about it. So game is still up in the air at this point as we enter the third quarter, and we are getting a C store dome and then kill house rotation. So C store, I don't know what we're gonna get yet. We get Yankee Razor, really one of the interesting maps that we have for C stores lately. It's been in the game for a while, and we do see Tiber knowing this map, already calling out the barbs for it. Kino tentatively drawing out that wall charge to the double, which we do see a lot, just because of how powerful we know that wall charges into storefront bombs are. Now, actually looking like they are wanting to do something different. Wall charging in bathroom into tellers. Now that's going to be dangerous. They got to be very careful about where they put it because no destruction of these objects in bathroom yet. So when they blow up that wall, those that urinal will still be there. Now, I think they're making the right decision changing it because if they had stayed with the originally called wall, it would have not they would have not been able to get through, but actually they may have a chance to get through there. What we normally see teams do in this situation is wall charge through storefront just because it's a little more reliable. You don't have to deal with the poster walls into main storefront as well as trying to kind of shimmy your way past that urinal. But SPG prepared actually for a strong power take through the red door there. Kind of going to be quasi set up for this play. I think if they have someone playing storage who can collapse onto tellers here very fast, that will be really the deciding factor of it all. Now we have Sleep playing tellers, and then we see Birdie doing a lot of work lately with the Ingmar, using that gun a lot. Will it be enough as we see Tybor with the knack setting up to defend power as Rats make their way out of the truck?
Yeah, now I see that they have marked up that office push here into going into bathrooms to get those lights. Worrying about that dark for sure. See the rats are pushing into office now. Trying to get a few quick shots on there. Six sided is now aware of their position in arcade there. Rats have moved into office. Tybor and Sleep wanting to contest that power push here. There
Yeah,
goes the Molotov
Tybor
into office.
Yeah, Tiber wasting that rat's flash with that molly.
Very smart play there. There goes another flash here. Hutch is in the line of fire. Gets taken down by that powerful knack. Tiber still living somehow. Is just caught in that corner. Somehow getting a
Finds
ton of
another.
damage out. Goodness, Tiber. What a monster. Able to evade so much there and do so much work. SPG putting on a big performance here early in this round. Able to secure that
Sleep.
clacket there. There goes opening up into tellers there. Another route around. Catching Birdie on that rotation. Kino trying to take down Deus Ex on the retreat though. Kino taking a lot of damage there. It's now suddenly a 3v3 here. Oh, Reviv gets caught in that Molotov, unfortunately. Strikel's still outside, now pushing into storefront here. Kino with a nice clean shot onto Deus Ex in arcade. Sleep back there in tellers on the rotation. It's now two defenders on either side of these attackers. They need to eliminate bomb pressure. Just waiting to see what they're going to do here. Waiting to see which team is going to make the big smoke here. Going to make a big difference here. They're going to have to make the play here. SPG needs to get these 2 kills right now. Big shots coming from Freezer and Arcade. Strikel collapsing onto six-sided, who somehow evades all of that. It is a total...
Six.
Oh my goodness! What dance of death did six-sided do to get out of that one? He just did a two-step, walked around all the bullets there. He's like he's in the Matrix or something.
That's what happens when you play DDR, kids. You're able to just run through everything and dodge bullets and turn into Neo from the Matrix.
Gosh, six-sided is an absolute monster at this game. I mean, who could just walk around all that, two-step in everybody, and just comes out alive from that? How much health did he have at the end? I didn't clock it.
Um, More than you would expect. He actually, I think, had around 40 to 50 health. Sleep
Wow.
was actually much lower in the 20 to almost dead range, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Wow. And now we're back to Kildome. Rogue Leopard, a very interesting map here. Now, of course, we have our standard beach and to base and everything. Now, I want to take this minute to complain a little bit about beach and base. Now, I hate this sort of decision. I know it's just me, but there is actually a lip here on that base jump, so you can run up beach and actually get just straight up stopped. You have to jump over beach, jump over that wall into base, which can be very annoying. Okay, I did just hear that that's going to be getting fixed soon, hopefully, because that can really destroy your momentum, and I have definitely, absolutely not died to that more than I should have. Um, Now, Rats here looking to go through ruins, but SPG doing one of my personally favorite barbs, doing barbing that to prevent the push, the fast push on the site through this way. But depending on where the center of the barb is, because we have to remember these kill dome double red doors are actually slightly off center. So you have to remember to put the heart of your barbed wire a little closer to that dip to prevent it from being destroyed if they do choose to blow up that further north red door. Rat's going very aggressive here. Triple flash and a smoke thrown out, really wanting to collapse on top of SPG and give them no quarter in this round as SPG looks to secure at very least the tie.
Yeah, look for Rats to hopefully do some speed run strats here to take down and run into ruins and just collapse and get that early defusal here and just take down SPG, leave them no chance to really recover here. There goes the wall charge, speeding very quickly here into ruins. Couple shots go out, but not going to take anyone down.
Ooh, Deus, big
Six getting
damage.
a trade there. Actually, it's both two members on both teams have now fallen there. That barbed wire getting heavy work out of it. Six-sided with that mop backing off there. Hutch looking ready for that rotation from Tibber. Is he going to get it? There goes the molly. Hutch, is he going to win this match with Tibber? He does! But now it's just a 2v2 with six-sided and sleep. Now
Oh,
a
Hutch is low.
1v2. Can Hutch clutch?
Oh,
No, he can't. Gets eliminated by six. You can't mess around when six-sided has that mop and a line of sight. Just a monster.
man, six-sided. SPG securing the tie at very least, and I think they're going to do so much more. But man, that's got to feel good if you're SPG. I mean, Tybor not able to secure that kill on Hutch, but ultimately winning the round by doing so much damage that just allowed. Granted, Six did shoot him with the mop. He didn't need to do that much damage to him, but I mean, come on, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, this is crucial time here for Rats. They may get their plane tickets to DPL land canceled here early, unfortunately for them. But this is the deciding factors. SPG has come up big in this one, 6-2. It's going to be a big, tough battle for Rats to come back from this one.
Absolutely, and Vulcan display is going to be the deciding factor in this so far. Rats absolutely going to be able to bring this back, but the question is, what are they willing to commit to it? I believe they have a door charge still and a clacker. I'm not entirely sure. I'll be honest, just because I've been so blown away by SPG's performance in this game. But SPG really defending heavy from that green door, calling out and then erasing two barbs there. A barb in kitchen is going to be huge, but it'll be interesting to see if they want Six to take an early peek on this with the mop that he still has. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be coming out. If not, I believe six-sided actually I see with the saber. Oh no, that's going to be devastating if he's able to land his shots with it, which being six-sided, of course he will. Shouldn't even be a question. Now, Rats looking for a really long play here, going all the way through reception, ultimately trying to find that button before clearing their way through. And if SPG does this right, which it looks like I think they're about to, calling out a double man reception play, they're going to be able to shut that down. Not only having one playing far back anti flash, but just how well SPG has been playing so far in terms of those up close and personal fights. Man, this is going to be close. We have three members starting out in kitchen, and I think Six is going to be peaking early with that saber.
Everything on the line here for Rats. Their dreams of being in the DPL could get dashed here, but they need to play the perfect game here. They have their plan set. Now it just comes down to execution. Oh no, six!
Six.
Six, why? Six with two kills on the Hutch and Kino. Oh my goodness, those are both headshots, instant kills. There goes a Molotov. Rats are looking. Oh, they need the clutchest of plays here. Oh no. The defenders have backed off, but they've used some frags here to get rid of that barbed wire, pushing heavy now into backstage, into reception. Rats, everything on the line here. Reactive barb goes down. Smart play from Tybor. Now SPG just needs to play patiently and play clean. They know where the attackers are. There goes the shots onto that barbed wire, taking down. Oh, actually, a friendly fire takes him down. Oh, it's just a disaster here for Rats as they push their last little moments here into the reception there. Deus Ex able to take down Reviv and Strikel. Way to go, SPG, defending their right to be in the DPL.
And like you said, Rat's ticket to DPL N has been canceled due to inclement SPG weather. Man, that was nasty from SPG. What a strong showing, winning those last two games 7-2 each. I mean, just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, no question here. SPG played well and they started communicating after that first game. They had the pep talk at halftime and they came back in a big way, winning the next two matches to finish out the set. They have certified that they are definitely DPL quality. Rats put a big showing in that first game and really gave SPG something to fear, but fortunately for Rats, SPG knows what they're doing. They're tested, they're tried, and they are the DPL.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, that was just a fantastic showing from SPG. And I know we've said that a lot, but man, especially that last round, six sided with a double kill opening with that saber. I mean, it
Just
just
nasty.
instant said, nope, you're not allowed to play the game anymore and smacked Rats down.
Yeah, let me read off a little bit of my own personal notes here for what I got on six. I got a, let's see here. I got a 2K, 3K, 3K, 4K, 3K, 3K, 2K, 4K. Just a monster at this game. That man has no chill for sure when it comes to just knocking people down. What a player.
Absolutely. And this is not to take away from the rest of SVG, but six sided single handedly securing that spot. Now, on that point, I do want to go to the stats for Mr. Donut. Six sided, 12 and 2 that last game.
Oh, oh my goodness.
12 and 2. The only other member coming close was Birdie with an 8 and 6. Overall, across the three games, six sided went 27 and
Oh
11.
my goodness.
Overall KD with a survival percentage of 50%. And I mean, wow.
Wow. I mean, what I think SPG is worried about now is for next season, can they hang on to six? I don't know. Because, man, that guy is just performing at another level.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's ridiculous. I mean, what a showing. What a showing. So it's unfortunate for Rats. Rats played very well that first game. I do
Oh,
not
yeah.
want to take that away from them. Shriekle, what a strong player.
Absolutely.
As well. I mean, Rats definitely wants to be keeping him around along with Kino the Vulture, doing so well. Ultimately not able to find the relegation win for their team in this best of three, but
Yeah.
showing that they can play with SPG. Maybe not so much in those second two games, but I think that's just because SPG put out their lines of gamer fuel, and they man, that was disgusting.
Absolutely. They just showed up in a big way, man. It had to be
Oh,
that pep talk it gave them at the very beginning of the game. They didn't listen to it in that first game, but then they remembered the advice. They got to it in the second game
hmm,
and the third game. I mean, all jokes aside, they
yeah.
played absolutely well.
Now,
Rats.
actually, there was a mess up in the stat code. I just got the actual overall. I actually just got the actual overall stats, and
Oh,
it's
oh,
it's
it's
actually
it's
it's
even
scarier.
scarier. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
over the best of three, six sided went 39 and 13.
Whoo! Six, you monster. Tybor
Yeah,
went 12-19, Sleep 13-16, Birdie 17-20, and Deus Ex 17-19.
and also 6 with a very disgusting 50% flat survival rate.
50%. Wow.
Wow. I mean, if that doesn't tell you who the best player on that team is right now and who was six-sided has done his leg day carrying already. Six jacked at the game, and I mean, wow, that I cannot say enough about that. 39 kills. 39.
39. Oh,
The deliverance of Sanctus Palma Granada.
absolutely. Wow. I mean, Rats put on an amazing performance, and just showing up here, I imagine some of their members may get picked up for the DPL and the upper leagues when we make some changes here
Absolutely.
for season 3. I mean,
Yeah. The
especially
poachers are out. I mean, that was a strong performance from quite a few of the Rats players.
yeah, 100%. I mean, wow, what a way to close out the DPL season 2 with these relegation matches. I mean, we had those amazing games before from the DPL, but I just love these last two relegation matches. There's so much drama in it, especially from no momentum last yesterday. I mean, there is a lot of
Yes.
drama here there and a lot of drama with Rats versus SPG. You just love to see it.
Absolutely. You love to see it. I mean, wow, was it exciting to watch?
Absolutely. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us here on the DPL for season 2. Be on the lookout for announcements for season 3. It's still heated discussion about what's going to happen, but stick around for announcements throughout the rest of the year. I've been the Shoveler. It's been my absolute honor to spectate this game. Thank you so much for watching.